Last call.
Doane 16-12. This is one of 8 Great Plains Athletic Conference tournament games taking place this evening. You've got the women's for the quarterfinals that we'll take a look at in just a moment, and we'll do that right now. Number 8, Doane at number 1, Dordt. The winner of this one will play the winner of the Dakota Wesleyan at Northwestern game, already in progress in Orange City. We'll keep an eye on that as this evening progresses. The other half of the bracket, feeding into the semifinals on Saturday, Jamestown is at Briarcliff. Morningside is at Concordia. Morningside and Concordia also underway as well. We'll be scoreboard watching throughout the evening. So that's the GPAC quarterfinals. Doane at Dordt, Dakota Wesleyan at Northwestern, Jamestown at Briarcliff, and Morningside is at Concordia. Let's take a 2-minute break, and when we are back, we'll take a look at how both of these teams arrived at this point, the quarterfinal round, how they got to this point in the season, and their most recent outings, and how they fared against each other so far this season. Let's take a 2-minute break, and we'll be back with more on the Wireless World pregame show right after this.
Today's Dordt Media Network livestream broadcast is produced by the students of Dordt University. Thanks for watching.
Dordt and Doane moments away from the start of tonight's contest. We'll have the starting lineups in just a little bit, along with we'll take another break for our national anthem. Here's how we arrived at this point. The Doane Tigers finished the regular season 11-11 in the conference, 16-12 overall. Doane stopped a 3-game losing streak with a pair of wins over the College of St. Mary and Hastings last week to end the season and secure a spot in the Great Plains Athletic Conference tournament. This is the second year in a row that the Doane Tigers are in the Great Plains Athletic Conference postseason tournament as the number 8 seed and facing Dordt on the road in their first tournament game. The Tigers are coached by Ryan Baumgartner, and they are averaging 77 points per game. They're allowing 72 points per game. They are shooting 43% from the floor and allowing opponents to make 41% of their tries. Doane is out rebounding teams 39-37, out shooting teams from the three-point line 34-31 in terms of percentage, but they are giving up 6.4 three-pointers per game, making 6.2 three-pointers per game on average. The Doane Tigers are averaging 16 turnovers a game and surrendering the ball. They are surrendering it 16 times and they are taking it away 17 times. Mac Hatcliffe makes the Doane Tigers go. She's closing in on 2,000 points. I would be surprised if she doesn't reach that plateau this evening for her career. Nearing the end of her junior season, she's averaging 22.7 points per game, 7.5 rebounds, 2.6 assists, and 2.9 steals per contest. Riley Rice is averaging 12.3 points per game, and Macy Holtz is averaging 9.9 points per game, but Macy Holtz is not in the starting lineup for tonight's contest. That is a little bit of a surprise. She did play on Saturday, but she is not in the starting lineup here this evening. For the Dordt defenders, 26-2 overall, 21-1 in the Great Plains Athletic Conference. They very nearly ran the table in the conference, lost in the season finale on the road in Orange City on Saturday afternoon to the Northwestern Red Raiders. Dordt is averaging 84 points per game. They allow 62, making 47% of their shots, allowing 37%. Rebounding teams 45-33 are the defenders. Dordt is also converting 6.9 three-pointers per game. They allow 7.9 per contest. Dordt is converting 34% of its three-point shots, and opponents are making 31% of their three-pointers. Turnovers have nearly balanced out. Dordt has been hit a little bit by the turnover bug as of late. They are averaging 16 turnovers per game. They are forcing 17 turnovers per contest. Gracie Schoenhoven leads the defender offense with 12.8 points per game, 4.3 rebounds. She makes nearly 70% of her field goal tries. Bailey Beckman and Carly Gustafson, both in their fifth seasons, are averaging 11.9 points per game. Gustafson is at 7.1 rebounds per game with 2.3 assists. Janie Schoenhoven is averaging 10.2 points per game with 8.6 rebounds. She is making nearly 65% of her field goals. Her field goals overall. Macy Sievers is averaging 11.4 points per game, 5.8 rebounds, 6.5 assists, and she is shooting 38% from the three-point line. Then you've got Faith Van Hollen and Macy Nielsen at 5.8 and 3.9 points per game, respectively. Dordt has had to navigate without Hayden Hymanson for several weeks now. She suffered a season-ending injury against Morningside several weeks ago, and the defenders since then have been tinkering with the lineup a fair amount in terms of that 10th spot. They like to rotate 10 players through, and Willow Bleeker has seemed to fill that to some degree. We have also seen Taylor Drent at times, depending on the matchup, and also Brooke Smith has seen significant minutes as well since the injury to Hayden Hymanson. Dordt leads the series 23-18 since it began at the start of the GPAC for the 0-0-0-1 season. Dordt is 14-1 in the series since December 15, 2017. They've won 4 games in a row since a January 11, 2023 loss in Crete, 71-66. Dordt has prevailed in the 2 meetings up to this point, 86-69 and 102-58. That second meeting in Sioux Center at the end of January, Doane was shorthanded, and I don't know how much to take away from that contest, to be quite honest. Janie Schoenhoven, 15 points, 7 rebounds. Gracie Schoenhoven, 13 points. Carly Gustafson, 13 points and 7 rebounds. Bailey Beckman had 12 points. Doane was led by Kaylee Clover with 13 points. And Mac Hatcliffe was at 12 points in that loss for the Doane Tigers back on January 27. Dordt lost to Northwestern, got stung pretty good by the Northwestern Red Raiders, 81-63 on Saturday. Macy Sievers, 15 points and 5 rebounds. Dordt was trailing at halftime, never made a serious charge at the Raiders in that one. Doane defeated Hastings 78-66. They led 37-27 at halftime, held on for the 4-point win. Mac Hatcliffe, 27 points, 11 rebounds. Riley Rice, 18 points. Maddie Portwine ended with 11 points. That is a look at how we've arrived at this point. Let's take a 2-minute break. And we'll be back with the starting lineups and the opening tip. Dordt versus Doane, Women's Great Plains Athletic Conference quarterfinal round basketball, coming up in 2 minutes.
This Dordt Media Network student-produced live stream broadcast is brought to you by Joyner & Zwart Dentistry in Orange City, offering dentures, implants, and dental care for your whole family in a modern and friendly atmosphere. And brought to you by 712 Realty, a team of realtors in Northwest Iowa with the drive, care, and the results you need to buy or sell your home. Visit them online at 712realty.com, leading you home.
Something that makes Dordt unique is the professors. Not only do they want to teach, they also want to serve and care very deeply for their students. The fact that they are truly invested, truly care about their students as a person is what makes students able to thrive here. It's what equips them to really succeed. It's a great place to be involved. There's so many opportunities for students in the classroom, extracurricular opportunities as well. It's just, they're abundant. The opportunities are abundant, and that's really, really special.
This broadcast also brought to you by Vision Realty. We are polished, experienced, and professional, offering excellence every step of the way. We are the vision you can trust.
And brought to you by Pizza Ranch, buffet, carry out, or delivery.
And brought to you by Ployne Publishing, quality printing from design to delivery. Ployne Publishing. This Dordt Media Network broadcast is brought to you by Sioux Concrete Construction, Rob Suin, owner, excelling in flat work, poured walls, decorative concrete projects, dedicated to providing customers with a good experience and quality workmanship. SiouxConcrete.com.
And brought to you by Huber's Plumbing and Heating. Whether you're looking for repairs, replacement, or maintenance for your air conditioning or heating system, Huber's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning in Orange City will exceed your expectations.
5 points per game, and beg your pardon, we have had a change to the starting lineup. We had Rusher in. Instead it will, well, we've got Rusher. Well, I'm going to navigate through that. Macy Holtz is in the starting lineup in terms of the official book, so we will go with that, not what's up on the scoreboard. Macy Holtz, 5'7" junior from Plainview, Minnesota, averaging 9.9 points per game. Maddie Portwine wears number 12. She's a 5'11" junior from York, Nebraska, averaging 8.1 points per game. Mac Hatcliffe wears number 23. She's a 5'7" junior from Beatrice, Nebraska, averaging 22.7 points per game. Number 33 is Riley Rice, a 5'9" sophomore from Chapman, Nebraska, averaging 12.3 points per game. And Kaylee Clover wears number 44. She is a 5'11" junior from Blue Springs, Nebraska, averaging 9 points per game. For the Dordt defenders, they will start number 10, Macy Sievers, a 5'8" sophomore from Storm Lake, averaging 11.4 points per game. Number 13 is Bailey Beckman. She is wearing number 13, averaging 11.9 points per game. Carly Gustafson, 5'11" graduate student from Ethan, South Dakota, averaging 11.9 points per game. Number 32 is Faith Van Hollen, a 5'8" senior from Sioux Falls, South Dakota, averaging 5.8 points per contest. And Janie Schoenhoven, a 5'10" junior from Hospers, Iowa, averaging 10.2 points per game. She wears number 35. High post pass to Janie Schoenhoven as Dordt controls the opening tap. They'll sag off Schoenhoven. They throw it down to Gustafson. Gustafson tries to feed it to the cutter, Schoenhoven, and it's taken away in the backcourt by Macy Holtz. Holtz with the basketball. She passes it up to Portwine. Lets fly with the three. No good. Rebound taken away by Sievers. Here comes Dordt. Macy ahead. It goes to Faith. Faith pulls up. Gets it underneath Janie. Janie off of the glass. Good. Janie Schoenhoven with a 2-point basket, and the Dordt defenders lead it 2-0. 2-0 our score. Back the other way we go with it. Doane with the basketball. This is Mac Hatcliffe. Hatcliffe goes left side over to Rice. Rice dumps it underneath, and the ball taken away on the weak side, helped by Janie Schoenhoven. Schoenhoven gets it ahead to Sievers. Sievers with a head full of steam, back the other way. Down into the block it goes Janie. Janie into the lane with the right hand. She finishes with the right hand. And the Dordt defenders lead 4-0. 4-0 our score. 2-point bucket for Janie Schoenhoven. Shot in the paint, no good, but a foul on the play called on Macy Sievers. Sievers a little aggressive with the block shot attempt. That's going to be foul number 1 on Macy Sievers. And the Dordt defenders will send Macy Holtz to the free throw line to shoot a pair of free throws. 8:49 left to play, first quarter, just underway. Glad to have you along with me. First free throw is up and good for Holtz. Holtz, a 73% free thrower. She's got another one on the way. She is a junior from Plainview, Minnesota. Second free throw is up and good. So Holtz with the 2-point basket, and the Dordt defenders lead 4-2. 4-2 our score with the basketball. Sievers. Sievers out front. She's got it in between the circles. Pass right side. It goes Schoenhoven. Back over to Sievers. Macy goes left side. Back over to Van Hollen. Van Hollen gives it up. Sievers right wing. 15 to shoot. Van Hollen looking high post. Gets it to Gustafson. Double team. Back over to Van Hollen. Van Hollen puts it on the floor. Jumper left side. 12-footer. Faith Van Hollen. She knocks it down, and the Dordt defender lead is 6-2. 6-2 our score with the basketball driving up the floor. Holtz throws it into the corner. With it is Rice. Rice looking for the cutter. She goes to Hatcliffe. Dordt collapses on the ball handler. Hatcliffe throws it back out into the corner. Holtz. She'll attack on the baseline. Shot is up, no good. Rebound tipped and controlled by Carly Gustafson. Feeds it ahead to Sievers. Sievers with the basketball. Sievers slaloming. Throws it underneath to Schoenhoven, and Schoenhoven is held on the play. She got fouled in the act of shooting, so Janie will go to the free throw line, and she will shoot 2 free throws. So a couple of free throws on the way for Janie Schoenhoven. So Schoenhoven shooting a pair. First one on the way for Janie, up, and that one's no good. Second free throw by Schoenhoven is good, so Schoenhoven makes 1 of 2. The defender lead is 7-2. Back the other way we go. Doane basketball, right wing. They throw it left side over to Portwine. Portwine with it, gives it to Hatcliffe. Hatcliffe spins into the lane. Kick out pass, Portwine. Portwine puts it up over the top of Schoenhoven. Shot no good. Rebound cleared by Gustafson. Off and running Sievers ahead of the pack and a little too aggressive with it. Ends up throwing it out of bounds. That'll be a dead ball turnover. So Dordt will be able to set up their defense. Now, dead ball turnovers, yeah, you give up the possession, but at least the team isn't heading the other way, likely shooting a fast break. So Macy Holtz brings it up. Dordt leading by 5. Holtz will spot up her 3 from the top of the key. Misses it. No good. Rebound taken away by Van Hollen. Faith with the basketball. Faith goes ahead to Sievers. Sievers with the basketball. Top of the key. Macy with it. The sophomore from Storm Lake by way of Newell Fonda High School. She's got it at the top of the key. Her 3 on the way. Good. 3-point bucket for Macy Sievers. And the Dordt defender lead is 10-2. Macy's alma mater involved in the state tournament again. The Mustangs, the regulars down there. Maybe at halftime we'll check some of those scores as well. The Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union and their carnival happening in Des Moines this week. Pass goes left side to Holtz. Holtz with it at the top of the key. Comes back over to Hatcliffe. She'll let fly with a 3. Too strong, no good. Ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Doane. It will be Dordt basketball. So a team rebound for the defenders. Dordt will have it. And throwing it in will be Gracie Schoenhoven. Schoenhoven and Willow Bleeker checking into the ball game. Faith Van Hollen and Janie Schoenhoven stay on the floor along with Macy Sievers. Bringing the basketball into the front court is Macy. She goes left side, Gracie. Gracie into the paint. Gracie with a left hand. Good. Gracie Schoenhoven with a 2-point bucket, and the defenders extend the lead to 10, 12-2. Doane basketball, right-hand side. They give it up. This is Libby Trosch. Trosch passes to Rice. Rice gives it up. Hatcliffe puts it up over the top of Faith Van Hollen, and the foul is called on the play. They get the shot to go. Foul called on the defenders, and they're going to whistle that actually on Willow Bleeker instead. That's foul number 1 on her. I thought it was Van Hollen who got whistled for the personal, but they're going to give it to Willow Bleeker instead. And Mac Hatcliffe, who makes a significant number of free throws, makes the 3-point play, and the defenders lead 12-5. Janie pass, and now ball's down on the floor. Jump ball, alternating possession. It will be Doane basketball on the alternating held ball. Nothing but nickels up on the board. 5:55 left to go. First quarter. Dordt leading 12-5. 12-5 our score. Doane with the basketball. Bringing it up is Portwine. Portwine guarded there by Bleeker, Hatcliffe into the paint, nothing there. Riley Rice. Rice spins it into the lane, passes opposite corner. This is Libby Troche. Troche's pass tipped by Schoenhoven. Down on the floor. Luke picking it up as Hatcliffe. In and out, no good. Rebound taken away by Gustafson. Gustafson with the basketball. Gracie on the fly. Gracie into the paint. Comes back outside. Schoenhoven hits the deck, and we've got Gracie Schoenhoven banged up on the play. And she might have twisted an ankle the way it looks. And she'll be helped off of the floor. 5:19 left to go, first quarter. Dordt leading 12-5. So she'll be assisted off of the floor. Dordt leading 12-5, 5:19 left to go, first quarter. Eliana Caparis will check into the ball game. Schoenhoven assisted off of the floor, and now they will. She'll be assisted to the sideline with Lindsay Hogendorn, and we'll see how she is assessed. Dordt leading 12-5, now 12-7. Maddie Portwine with a shot in the middle of the lane. It's 12-7, defenders by 5. With the basketball, Macy Nielsen. Nielsen with it. Nielsen driving in right side, Willow. Willow with it at the top of the key. Bleeker has the basketball. Bounce pass goes down low to Carly Gustafson. Gustafson tries to fire it back outside. And Riley Rice has the basketball. Rice picks up her dribble. She passes right-hand side, Portwine. Portwine gives it up, Troche. Troche with it off balance. Shot no good. Rebound taken away by Gustafson. Gustafson ahead to Bleeker. Bleeker with it on the right-hand side. Bleeker has the basketball. Bleeker at the top of the key. She's got it left side. Picks up her dribble. Goes over to Gustafson. Gustafson shows it. Ball fake. Drives into the paint, and she is fouled on the play. Foul on the play charged to the Doane Tigers. And Carly Gustafson will go to the free throw line, and she will shoot a pair of free throws. So the defenders without Gracie Schoenhoven right now. She's being assessed by the training staff over on the sideline. I've not been able to decipher if it is truly an ankle or not. Now she ducks behind the bleachers, and hopefully we see her before the night is over again. Carly Gustafson, first free throw, good. She's got another one coming. Second free throw. Dordt leading 13-7, pending the second free throw from Gustafson. That one's in and out, no good. And the rebound is cleared by Doane. Doane with the basketball. Here come the Tigers. Tigers with it on the right-hand side. This is Libby Troche. Troche gives it up right wing to Holtz. Holtz into the paint. Holtz comes back outside. They throw it into the right corner. Chamberlain, 12 to shoot for the Tigers. Tigers trailing 13-7. Goes to Hatcliffe. Hatcliffe spins into the paint. Her shot no good. Rebound deflected out. Picked up by Hatcliffe. Hatcliffe will wheel her way into the lane. Gives it up Chamberlain. Chamberlain with a left hand. Good. Megan Chambers, beg your pardon. That's Chambers, not Chamberlain. And the Tigers have cut the lead down to 4 at 13-9. 13-9 our score. Bleeker with the basketball in between the circles. Bleeker goes right side. With it is Beckman. Beckman left side Bleeker. Zone defense applied by the Tigers. Gustafson, free throw line jumper off the mark, no good. Bodies on the floor. Rebound cleared by Doane. Doane basketball, Troche. Doane with an opportunity to cut into the lead. Dordt is led by as many as 10. It is now 13-9. Doane on a 7-1 run. With the basketball out front is Holtz. Holtz drives in. Right-handed shot no good. Rebound taken away by Gustafson. Gustafson with the basketball, gets it ahead to Bleeker. Bleeker with the ball, 13-9, defenders by 4. Bleeker with it in between the circles. Willow has it, spots up, gets it underneath Caparis. Caparis intended for Gustafson, and Doane packing it in into the paint. Dordt is going to have to make some shots from the perimeter to loosen up this defense. Hatcliffe with the basketball. Dordt working for a jump ball, and the alternating possession, it will be Dordt basketball. So Dordt gets the basketball back, 13-9. Doane doing a pretty good job of the defensive players not leaving the paint. And the Tigers will have the basketball back. beg your pardon, the defenders will have the basketball. Bringing it up is Macy Sievers. Sievers with the basketball in between the circles. She angles off to the left side. Looks like a 2-3 zone applied here by the Tigers. Right side, Van Hollen. Van Hollen with the basketball. Right side, to Harrison. Liv Harrison, 3. Good. Liv Harrison with the 3-point bucket. Dordt leads 16-9. Dordt going to a little smaller lineup here with Eliana Caparis running the point now on this pressuring group. Well, we see Gracie Schoenhoven come over to the sideline, and it looks like she is going to check back into the game. That is a good sign. We'll see how effective she is. Shot with the right hand, no good. Rebound taken away by Sievers. Macy with the basketball. Macy into the front court. Macy throws it underneath Eliana. Eliana count the hoop, and she is fouled. Eliana Caparis, Dordt running the floor. An old-fashioned three-point play opportunity for the Manhattan, Montana native. And the Dordt defenders extend the lead back to 9 at 18-9. And we have a timeout on the floor. This timeout brought to you by Casey's Bakery. Find your favorite bakery products at caseysbakery.com. Let's take a 30-second break, and we'll be back with more right after this.
Thanks to these Dordt Media Network sponsors, Ski Bout Window and Door, your local window experts. Whether building or replacing, we have the products, people, and knowledge to get the job done right. See Ski Bout and see the difference. Ski Bout Window and Door.
Thanks to M&H True Value. Behind every project is a true value. Start right, start here. M&H True Value.
Eliana Caparis shooting a free throw, and she line drives that one through for the old-fashioned three-point play, and the defenders extend the lead to 19-9. 6 unanswered by the defenders on a 3 by Harrison and a three-point play by Caparis. 1:51 left to go here in the first quarter. Dordt with the basketball. They pass it left side. Harrison spots up, no, drives in, and a late travel call called on Liv Harrison. Harrison had the 3 attempt. Ball faked, defensive player came out. She put the ball on the deck and gets whistled for the travel. It will be Doane basketball. So Dordt playing defense now, and Doane throws it away. Intended for Riley Rice on the sideline, and it's Dordt basketball back. Dordt leading 19-9. So the defenders with the basketball. Leading 19-9 is Dordt. Macy Sievers with it, right-hand side. Sievers with it, all the way down to the baseline. Looks, gets it away to Gracie Schoenhoven. Opposite corner, Macy Nielsen. Here's Liv Harrison. Harrison with it, back to Sievers. Macy, 3, in and out, no good. And a foul's going to be called on the play. That's going to be a push on the rebound called against Eliana Caparis. Caparis whistled for foul number 1. Team foul number 3 on the defenders. 19-9 our score. So Gracie Schoenhoven has returned. Limping a little bit. Looks like it indeed is an ankle issue. See if she can get it loosened up, and she's playing the point of this defense. Pass left side. Comes back over to Macy Holtz. Holtz with it. Holtz gives it up left wing to Rice. Rice comes back right side. With it is Portwine. Portwine into the lane. Her shot off of the backboard, no good. Rebound controlled by Doane. Shot no good. Rebound Caparis. Caparis working the glass. Comes away with it. Gets it over to Macy Sievers. Sievers with the basketball. One-person fast break. Sievers through the defense. Kicks it left corner. Harrison sets, fires. 3, no good. Rebound taken down by Caparis. Caparis, though, has it wrestled away from her by Macy Holtz. Under a minute to go. Here comes Doane. Right-hand side. 3 on the way by Rice. Good. Riley Rice with the first 3 of the day for Doane. Dordt leads 19-12. Pass into the front court, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Dordt, and we're going to have an offensive foul called on the defenders. Foul's going to go on Gracie Schoenhoven. That's number 1 on her. Defenders not patient right now. Want to win and want to win right now. Need to maybe let it come to them a little bit. With it, Doane inbounding. And the Tigers full court in front of them. They'll dribble it into the front court. Macy Holtz takes it across the timeline. Holtz with the basketball on the left-hand side. Working against Willow Bleeker. 5 new players for the defenders right now. Doane will hold for the final shot if they can. Doane basketball. Out front it goes. Rice. Rice picks up the dribble. 9 to shoot. They throw it into the paint. Ball's down on the floor. Picked up by Holtz, but a foul on the play called on Willow Bleeker. Willow whistled for her second personal foul, so Dordt's going to have to work through some foul issues as well, and Hatcliffe will go to the free throw line to shoot 2. For Mac Hatcliffe, she has shot, this will be her 199th and 200th free throw shot this season in 28-plus games. First free throw by Hatcliffe is good. Of her 2,000 points she has scored, I believe nearly 700 have come from the free throw line. Second free throw on the way by Hatcliffe is up, and that one skips around and falls through. So Doane cuts the lead back to 5 at 19-14. 5 seconds remaining. They get the ball into Sievers across the timeline. 2 seconds. Sievers stops, puts it up, and it's blocked by Portwine. And that's the end of the first quarter. Our score, Dordt 19, Doane 14. Let's take a break, and we'll be back with the second quarter of play in 1 minute.
We understand how complex the financial landscape can be to navigate. Our goal is to free up your hands so that you can focus on what is most important in life.
Today's broadcast brought to you by Beaver Eye Care, serving Sioux Center and the surrounding communities for over 30 years. Come see Dr. Paul Beaver, Dr. Dan Clausing, or Dr. Reese Beaver for all your comprehensive eye care needs. This broadcast also brought to you by Vision Realty. We are polished, experienced, and professional, offering excellence every step of the way. We are the vision you can trust.
(19-14) our score. Doane with the 5-point deficit. They'll have the basketball to start the second period of play. So the defenders, well, they've had to navigate through Gracie Schoenhoven getting banged up early in the contest. Willow Bleeker now with 2 personal fouls. Doane has a little bit going their way right now. Riley Rice passes it off Hatcliffe. Back outside it goes. 3 on the way. Rattles no good. Rebound taken away by Janie Schoenhoven. Schoenhoven with the basketball back over to Sievers. Sievers with it on the left-hand side. Sievers goes into the corner. Van Hollen. Van Hollen under to Gustafson. Gustafson tries to get it over to Schoenhoven. Taken back by Gustafson. Back to Beckman. Beckman left side. Sievers. 3. Good. Macy Sievers with the 3-point bucket. Dordt extends the lead back to 8, 22-14, 9:20 remaining. Doane basketball, 9:20 left to go in the first half. Doane with the basketball. Hatcliffe guarded by Van Hollen. Dordt brings the double team. Hatcliffe throws it back into the corner. With it is Rice. Rice, nothing there. Beg your pardon, that's Holtz. That's number 3 rather than 33. She fires it back outside. Missing the 3 is Riley Rice. Here comes Dordt. Dordt in transition. Right side it goes. Beckman. Pull-up jumper. 12-footer on the baseline. No good. Rebound taken down by Gustafson, and Gustafson is fouled on the play. The Doane faithful wanted a push called on Gustafson on the rebound. Gustafson given a little leeway on that rebound. So Gustafson to the free throw line to shoot 2. Coach Ryan Baumgartner for Doane. He'll probably remind the officials that he felt like his player had inside position on the rebound. Gustafson makes the first free throw. She's got another one coming. Dordt extends the lead to 9 and misses the second free throw. So Gustafson 1 for 2 on that trip to the free throw line. And here come the Tigers. Coming your way later tonight, we'll pick up the men's game in progress. That game scheduled for about an 8 o'clock start time in Seward, Nebraska. Maddie Portwine with the drive, picks up her dribble on the left-hand side. She comes back out front. This is Troche. Troche, back it goes. Shot no good. Rebound taken away by Janie Schoenhoven. Schoenhoven ahead it goes. Sievers. Sievers into the paint. The trailer, Beckman. Kick into the corner. Van Holland, her 3, no good. Rebound tipped out of bounds by Troche. It'll be Dordt basketball. So Dordt will get the basketball back, inbounding right side of the lane as we face the hoop. 8:20 left to play in the first half. Dordt leading by 9, inbounding. Macy Sievers throws it in. She gets it into Gustafson, squares up on the elbow, takes it in against Clover, has it stripped away. Now the ball is loose, and it's picked up by Doane. Doane with the basketball, Troche. Troche with it, right-hand side, Rice. Rice with the basketball. Rice puts it up, beg your pardon, the runner by Portwine, taken away by the defenders on the defense. Here's Sievers into the corner. Beckman sets, fires 3 off the heel, no good. And a foul is going to be called on Carly Gustafson. A foul called on the rebound. She's going to be called for a push. And the Dordt lead is 23-14. 7:54 left to go in the first half. Been hard work so far. Stop and go. Defenders not finding their stride yet. Leading by 9, though. With it is Portwine. Portwine goes left-hand side, picking up the pass. They go back over left wing to Troche. Troche to Hatcliffe, and Van Holland hits the floor. And my goodness, it has been a rough night already for the defenders. Faith Van Holland banged up. And Van Holland will try to walk it off, and she's going to have to check out of the ball game, I believe. They stopped play for her. Well, they make her leave the floor. They will. Willow Bleeker will check into the game. Gracie Schoenhoven checks in. I talked to someone else earlier tonight. I said every season is fragile, and you never know when things can turn. And tonight we have seen twice significant key players for the defenders. Gracie Schoenhoven with the basketball on the right wing. He throws it over to Janie Schoenhoven. Back to Gracie. Free throw line jumper off the mark. No good. Rebound taken away by Willow Bleeker. Willow Bleeker gives it up. Beckman. Beckman shot. No good. Rebound taken down by Gracie Schoenhoven. And Schoenhoven with a 2-point bucket. Gracie Schoenhoven checks into the game. She's now wearing a sleeve on her right knee. Shot on the way. No good by Clover. Clover shot in the paint, no good. Rebound deflected, taken away by Macy Sievers. Here comes Dordt. Macy with the basketball. Sievers wraps it around, back over to Gracie. Gracie, 2-point basket, good. Gracie Schoenhoven with a 2-point bucket. She's got 6, and the defender lead is 27-14. 27-14 our score. Riley Rice with it in between the circles. She passes left side over to Portwine. Portwine on the left wing. Dordt by Baker's dozen. Doane basketball. Doane, top of the key, 3, good. 3-point bucket for Portwine. She's got 5, and the defenders lead 27-17. Macy Sievers with the basketball. Sievers with it, right corner. Sievers goes to Janie. Janie looking down into the paint. Nothing there. Comes back over to Bailey Beckman. Her 3 off the mark, no good. Rebound Bleeker. Bleeker muscles it up. Shot no good. Rebound controlled by Clover after Janie Schoenhoven had it for a moment. And here comes Doane. Doane with the basketball. Hatcliffe against Bleeker. Bleeker playing with 2 personals. Hatcliffe leans into the lane. She's got 7 points, and the Dordt lead is 27-19. An 8-point advantage for the defenders with 5:46 left to go in the half. Timeout on the floor charged to Dordt. This timeout brought to you by Casey's Bakery. Find your favorite bakery products at caseysbakery.com. Back with more in 30 seconds.
This live stream broadcast brought to you by Napa Auto Parts in Sioux Center. Your source for quality automotive parts for your car or truck. Let them use their knowledge to help you find the right vehicle battery, brakes, filters, headlights, wipers, and other parts needed to get your job done. Napa Auto Parts in Sioux Center.
Throwing the ball in will be Faith Van Holland. And Van Holland gets it into Kate and gets it into Bailey Beckman. Beckman with the basketball up the floor. Dordt leading 27-19. Beckman angles off to the left-hand side with it. Dordt leading 27-19. Pass goes down into the paint. With it is Gustafson. Gustafson in traffic, no good. With the left hand is Schoenhoven and Gracie. Her shot, no good. but she's fouled on the play, and she'll go to the free throw line, and she will shoot 2 free throws. And Gracie Schoenhoven will shoot 2 free throws. And I think Schoenhoven is going to be checking out after the sequence of free throws. Dordt leading 27-19, and Gracie Schoenhoven shooting 2 free throws. Janie Schoenhoven waiting at the scorer's bench. And so now they will check Gracie out of the contest, and Janie will check in. I don't think Gracie's going to be able to continue this evening. We'll see. Gave it a go. Free throw on the way for Janie Schoenhoven, up and through. Schoenhoven makes the first. Janie with another one on the way. Second free throw on the way for Janie Schoenhoven, up and through. Dordt leads 29-19. 10-point lead for the defenders. And the Doane Tigers with the basketball. Pass goes left side over to Holtz. Holtz with it on the wing. Holtz uses up her dribble. She's got it at the top of the key, looking down low. Instead passes right side to Hatcliffe. Rocks into the drive. Pass goes left side. This is Troush. Troush with it. Troush gives it up. Right side, 3 on the way. Portwine off the mark, no good. Rebound tipped out of bounds. Last touch by Doane. It'll be Dordt basketball. While over in Orange City currently, Dakota Wesleyan leading Northwestern by 10 with 2:07 left to play in the contest, 76-66. The winner of that one gets the winner of this one on Saturday in the semifinals. Janie with the basketball. That's Janie Schoenhoven over to Macy Nielsen. Right side, Bailey Beckman. Beckman with it on the wing, looking down low. Instead comes over to Faith Van Hollen. Van Hollen gives it up, left side Nielsen. Nielsen with the basketball. Nielsen picks up her dribble, 5 to shoot, now 4. Right side Van Hollen. Van Hollen, leaner in the lane, off the mark, no good. Rebound taken away by Janie. Janie off the glass, good. Janie Schoenhoven with the 2-point bucket. She's got 9, and the defender lead is 31-19. Doane basketball, and a foul on the play called on Macy Nielsen. Nielsen whistled for the personal. Doane will go to the free throw line for 2 more free throws. Macy Holtz will shoot 2. Dordt leading by a dozen right now, 31-19. Well, Dakota Wesleyan with less than 2 minutes left to go in Orange City, leading Northwestern by a dozen. First free throw is up and good for Holtz. Holtz is a 73% free thrower, and she makes them both. 4 for 4 today is Holtz, and Doane has capitalized on 7 free throws. They've made them all. Faith Van Hollen with the basketball, picks it up right side Beckman. Beckman throws it into the post. Schoenhoven, Janie back outside Faith. Right side it comes back over to Beckman. Beckman with the basketball. Beckman feeds it left side into the corner. Nielsen, 3 ball on the way. Off the mark, no good. And the rebound is controlled by Doane. Doane with the basketball. Doane with it across the timeline. Holtz. Holtz on the right wing. Holtz gives it up to Troush. Troush, 17-footer, left it short, no good. And the rebound is taken away by Kaparis. Kaparis up the floor to Beckman. Beckman with the basketball. Bailey into the corner. It goes back to Van Hollen. Van Hollen, Kaparis. Kaparis free throw line jumper, good. Eliana Kaparis with the 2-point bucket. She's got 5. Dordt leads 33-21. Driving left side, too strong with the left hand, and the rebound tipped out of bounds by Faith Van Hollen. She and Matt Hackcliffe went up for that rebound, and the ball ends up out of bounds. Last touch by the defenders. It'll be Doane basketball. Throwing it in for the Tigers will be Holtz. 21 seconds on the shot clock. 3:18 left on the game clock. That's left to play in the first half. Inbounding the basketball will be Macy Holtz. Holtz with it on the baseline. Holtz gets it in over the top with the basketball. Driving in is Hatcliffe. Hatcliffe shot blocked by Van Hollen, and Van Hollen knocks it away. Van Hollen has developed into a pretty good defensive player for the Dordt defenders. She'll get credit for a blocked shot there, her first of the night. I believe she's leading the team in that category. Faith Van Hollen this season already with, 23 steals, 17 blocked shots. Pass comes right side with the basketball. This is Macy Holtz. Holtz driving in. Sievers doesn't give her any ground. Shot no good. Rebound taken down by Chambers. Chambers back outside. It goes Hatcliffe. Hatcliffe with it. 15 to shoot. Picks up her dribble. Comes back right side Holtz. Holtz into the paint. Her short shot off the heel. No good. Rebound cleared by Van Hollen. She gets it ahead to Sievers. Sievers with the basketball. Sievers with it and a reach across called against Macy Holtz. Holtz got caught. Had that inside hand reaching across against Macy Sievers. And this will be Dordt basketball. Throwing the ball in will be Faith Van Hollen. Van Hollen to throw it in. Pass goes into Sievers. Sievers with it. Dordt by a dozen. Let's see if they can extend it here heading to halftime. Pass goes to Gustafson. Short corner. Back to Macy. Macy Sievers on the way. Three. Good. Macy Sievers with her third three, and the defenders lead 36-21. Well, it certainly appears Dakota Wesleyan is going to advance to the semifinals opposite these two teams. Pass goes left side with it. Goes Rice. Rice back out front. Hatcliffe. Hatcliffe for the basketball. Hatcliffe gives it back to Rice. Rice in the paint. Off the glass, no good. And the rebound cleared by Caparis. Caparis gets it ahead to Sievers. Sievers with the basketball. Macy with it on the right elbow. She throws it into Gustafson. Gustafson back to Macy. Macy steps into a three. Her shot no good. Rebound deflected out by Caparis, but picked up by Macy Holtz. 1:49 left to go in the half. Dordt leading 36-21. Doane basketball. Spin move. Holtz. Holtz blocked on the play by Faith Van Hollen, but a foul called on Faith. And for Faith Van Hollen, I believe that's number 1 on her. Well, over in Seward, women's basketball, that has Concordia leading Morningside 86-65 with under a minute to go. So Concordia will advance as the number 2 seed. And it looks like Dakota Wesleyan's going to advance in the other game that's currently underway, and they will advance. 80-68 the final score. So Dakota Wesleyan defeats Northwestern by 12. They'll await the winner of this contest. First free throw up and good for Holtz. She's now 5 for 5 and 6 for 6. 36-23, defenders by 13. 1:43 left to play in the half. Bringing the basketball up will be Macy Sievers. Macy with the basketball across half court. Macy in between the circles. Doane will pack it into the zone defense. Right side it goes. Gustafson outside. Beckman, 3 on the way from the wing. Missed it, no good. And the rebound is cleared by Doane, and we've got a foul called in the backcourt against the defenders. That's going to go against Carly Gustafson, and for Carly, that's number 2. Well, get to halftime and try to regroup if you're Dordt. Maddie Portwine with it in between the circles. Portwine on the right-hand side. She goes back over to Hatcliffe. Hatcliffe, kick-out pass. 3 on the way. Good. 3-point basket for Riley Rice. She's got 6, and the defender lead is 10, 36-26. Macy Sievers, left side. Bailey Beckman goes into Gustafson, trying to work her way through. Gets it back over to Beckman off the dribble. 15-footer, missed it, no good, but there for the putback is Carly Gustafson. Gustafson with 5. Dordt leads by a dozen, 38-26, under a minute to go in the half. Left-hand side it comes, back out front. This is Lubin. Lubin with it. Lubin shot no good. Rebound Clover. Clover off of the glass, no good. Rebound taken away by Gustafson as Schoenhoven was able to walk Lubin right off the floor, basically. Pass over the top, intended for Janie Schoenhoven, and Schoenhoven unable to hang on to the pass. Ball goes out of bounds. It will be Doane basketball. Dordt by a dozen. And the Dordt defenders will play defense with Caparis, Schoenhoven, Sievers, Van Hollen, and Beckman. 23 seconds remaining in the half. Doane with the basketball. Doane has it. They get it across the timeline to Lubin. Lubin with it. Lubin gives it up back over to Portwine. Portwine left side, Hatcliffe. Doane down 12 with the basketball. Tigers looking down into the paint. Dordt showing zone. Pass goes out front. back to Hatcliffe. Her three, no good. Rebound cleared by Severs. Severs, half-court shot off of the glass, no good. And the Dordt defenders will head to the locker room with our score. Dordt 38, Doane 26. Let's take a 3-minute break, and we'll be back with this recap of the first half of action right after this 3-minute timeout.
Welcome to Sioux Center, Iowa, life in the center of everything. Where we connect with friends, coworkers, family, and the great outdoors, knowing that in Sioux Center, you're never far from making the next great memory. And we grow great companies that make cutting-edge breakthroughs to make life better here and around the world. And when it's time to play, we keep friendship, family, and a bright future at the center of everything.
Back at the DeWitt Gym where the Dordt defenders lead at halftime, 38-26 over the Doane Tigers. We already know who one half of the semifinal bracket will have, with Dakota Wesleyan going on the road and winning in Orange City tonight, 80-68. So Dakota Wesleyan, if Dordt hangs on to win, would come to the DeWitt Gym on Saturday. If Doane comes back here in the second half from the 12-point deficit, Dakota Wesleyan would host Doane on Saturday afternoon. Earlier this, in this half, the defenders never trailed. They scored the first 2 points of the ball game, took a 12-2 lead, and then things went a little sideways for the defenders. Gracie Schoenhoven left the game after we hoped it was an ankle injury. It appears that it is something to do with her knee, as she left the floor with ice on her knee walking, so that is a positive, but an injury that appears will shut her down for the rest of the night at least. Dordt leads 19-14 at the end of the first quarter. The defenders scored the first 8 points of the second period to go up 27-14. Had as much as a 15-point lead at 36-21. came back to a 36-26 difference, and the defenders closed the half with a basket to go up 38-26. Janie Schoenhoven leading the way for the defenders with 9 points unofficially, while the Doane Tigers are topped by Mac Hatcliffe with 7 points. We're at halftime. Dordt versus Doane in Great Plains Athletic Conference quarterfinal round play. We'll take another break, and we'll be back with a look at all the numbers from the first half of tonight's contest right after this 3-minute timeout.
Hello, Dordt University sports fans. Hope you're enjoying the game, whether you're a family or friend of a player or coach or a fan of the university. Now, these players and coaches have put in hours and hours of practice, and it shows. But there's one more thing that every coach makes sure the team has: a game plan. And if these players and coaches are willing to put this much effort into a game, how much more important is a game plan for your financial life? Now, the financial world continually becomes more complicated, and we keep ourselves plenty busy. And even if we have precious free time, most of us don't want to spend it wrangling over financial decisions, reading financial journals, or studying the latest tax legislation. But if you don't have either the time or the desire to spend hours upon hours learning and keeping up with the changing rules of the game in the financial world, and then figuring out how that applies specifically to your financial life, you don't have to do it alone. For over 40 years, Money Concepts, the planning firm here in Sioux Center, has been helping households to build their financial game plan upon all the things in life more important than finances. Because there's things in life more important than money, and none of them are things. I'm Tom DeYoung, financial planner and president of Money Concepts, the planning firm. Check us out on the web or social media, or schedule an intro meeting to see how a financial game plan might benefit you. We'll help you build your finances on all the things in life more important than finances, while being a good steward of the resources God has entrusted to your care. And check out our Money Concepts radio podcast at moneyconceptsradio.com or on your favorite podcast app, where we dive into the relevant financial planning topics to bring clarity to the often confusing, ever-changing rules of the game in the financial world. Enjoy the rest of the game, and remember to spend your most valuable resources, your time and your attention, on the things in life that matter more than money. And go Defenders!
Today's Dordt Media Network live stream broadcast is produced by the students of Dordt University.
And brought to you by Pizza Ranch, buffet, carry out, or delivery.
Joyner and Zvort Dentistry, providing the latest in dental technology in a warm, comfortable, and relaxing environment. And brought to you by Ployne Publishing, quality printing from design to delivery. Ployne Publishing.
19%, 3 of 12 on threes, 25%, 9 for 9 from the free throw line, 100%. Turnovers, Doane has 5, Dordt has 9. The defenders are led by Janie Schoenhoven and Macy Sievers with 9 points apiece. Sievers is 3 of 5 from the three-point line. 6 points for Gracie Schoenhoven, 5 for Eliana Caparis, 4 for Carly Gustafson, 2 for Faith Van Holland, and 3 for Liv Harrison. 8 rebounds for Carly Gustafson, 6 rebounds for Macy Sievers, 4 rebounds each for Janie Schoenhoven and Eliana Caparis. 2 assists each for Faith Van Holland and Macy Sievers. For the Doane Tigers, Matt Hatcliffe with 7 points, 2 of 8 from the floor. 6 points each for Riley Rice and Macy Holtz. 5 for Portwine and 2 for Chambers for their total of 26. Led in rebounding by Hatcliffe, Clover, and Holtz, all with 3 rebounds. And 3 steals for Holtz as well. 38-26, Dordt by a dozen. Let's take a 3-minute break, and we'll be back with a rundown of the scores from around the league. Right after this, you're listening to Dordt Basketball on KIHK and watching the Dordt Media Network. Back with more after this.
Today's Dordt Media Network live stream broadcast is produced by the students of Dordt University.
And brought to you by Pizza Ranch, buffet, carry out, or delivery.
Joyner and Zvort Dentistry, providing the latest in dental technology in a warm, comfortable, and relaxing environment.
Today's broadcast brought to you by German Farmers Mutual, protecting the farm and home since 1981. Northwest Iowa's local insurance partner, online at germanfarmers.com. Today's broadcast is sponsored by Northside Body Shop. When you expect the very best in the repair of your vehicle, call Northside Body Shop Limited today, serving the Sioux Center area since 1955. 712-722-2313.
When you add up all the Wi-Fi connected devices in your home these days, you'll be surprised at how many there are and how much bandwidth they're using. Do the math. It just may add up to needing faster Wi-Fi. Premier Communications has you covered with reliable internet speeds up to 1 gig. Keep everything connected with Premier Communications. Visit us online at mypremieronline.com or call at 1-800-741-8351. Premier Communications. Looking ahead.
You don't just want to pick a college because you think it's just going to be comfortable. But you also have to be in a place that there are people that are going to surround you and love you and be on the same page. If you can find that place that stands out and they stand for something and they stand behind that something, you know, that's what we fell in love with Dordt University, and we're just so thankful that our kids have seen that.
Find a place that honors God and inspires your kid. And I think Dordt does both of those things.
This live stream broadcast brought to you by Napa Auto Parts in Sioux Center, your source for quality automotive parts for your car or truck. Let them use their knowledge to help you find the right vehicle battery, brakes, filters, headlights, wipers, and other parts needed to get your job done. Napa Auto Parts in Sioux Center.
And we are back at the DeWitt Gym where the Dordt defenders lead by a dozen, 38-26. Let's take a look at those first half highlights, those People's Bank highlights. And while we do that, we'll take a look as well at scores from around the conference in terms of the Great Plains Athletic Conference quarterfinals. Liv Harrison had a 3 for the defenders in the first half. As you take a look at the scoring, the defenders we'll need to find some other scoring with Gracie Schoenhoven, it appears, done for the evening. Eliana Caparas, she had 5 in the first half. The Doane Tigers, 3-point shooting, 3 of 12 all totaled. Riley Rice had both makes, 2 of the 3 makes, I should say, and Maddie Portwine had the other one. Here are your scores from the conference finals. Dakota Wesleyan defeats Northwestern by a final of 80-68. Looking at some details in that one. Dakota Wesleyan led 20-13 at the end of the first quarter, 42-35 at the end of the half. And looks like Northwestern then never able to complete the comeback, obviously, and get outscored 22-17 in the fourth quarter on the way to the 80-68 final. Dakota Wesleyan was led by Riley Rosenquist with 21 points, 14 points for Emma Yost, and 13 for Morgan Edelman. For Northwestern, Haley Anderson had 26, Molly Shaney had 24. And after that, those two combined for 50 of their team's 68 points. Marin Neerum, 1 point. Kylie Foss and Lexi Van Kickerix each with 4 points for the Raiders in that loss. Also in women's basketball, it was Concordia defeating Morningside by a score of 86-65. Concordia was topped by Tasha Rushton's 27 points, 14 for Sadie Powell. Kristen Wieselmeyer had 10, and Kendall Brigham came off of the bench to score 12 for Concordia in that win. Briarcliff leads Jamestown at halftime, 47-42. And that is the only other women's game still in progress. That one's at halftime as well. Men's basketball, Hastings leads Briarcliff 39-26. And Jamestown leads Morningside 40-34. Dordt and Concordia will start in a few minutes. And also in men's basketball, Dakota Wesleyan is at Northwestern for men's play in Orange City. So Dordt with the basketball to start the second half of play. Macy Sievers with the basketball out front. The defenders leading 38-26. Bailey Beckman with the basketball. Doane in a zone. Pass goes to Faith Van Holland. Outside it comes. Back to Sievers. Sievers looking high post for Schoenhoven. 12 to shoot. Into the corner, Van Holland underneath Schoenhoven. Fires it back outside Sievers. 5 to shoot. Right side, Beckman. 3 off the heel, no good. And the rebound taken away by Clover. Clover with the basketball. She passes it up to Holtz. Holtz into the paint with the right hand. Missed it, no good. And the rebound taken away by Macy Sievers. Tries to dribble out with it and dribbles it off of the heel of Jeannie Schoenhoven. Another turnover against the Dordt defenders. Dordt has not been sharp this evening. That is the 10th turnover already on the defenders in this contest. They've been out of sorts ever since Schoenhoven left with the injury. With the basketball out front is Rice. Rice throws it right side over to Holtz. Holtz with it on the wing. Underneath it goes to Clover. Clover with the basketball. Hatcliffe. Hatcliffe hook shot in the lane. Good. Mac Hatcliffe with 9 points. Defenders lead by 10, 38-28. Faith Van Holland with the basketball. Van Holland into the corner. Sievers goes to Schoenhoven. Schoenhoven tries to reverse it over to Beckman. Beckman has to chase it to the baseline, and the ball goes out of bounds. Here comes Doane back the other way. Might have been a travel, no call made. And the weak side help taken away by Gustafson. Gustafson double teamed in the backcourt. Carly with the basketball gets it away to Macy Sievers. Sievers up the floor. Sievers brings it across the timeline just in front of the 10 seconds call. Sievers with it. Sievers driving in. Left side picks up her dribble. Right side back over to Beckman. Beckman 3 off the line. No offline, no good. And the rebound is cleared by Doane. Doane with the basketball. Doane in the backcourt. Trailing by 10 are the Tigers, but they're hanging around in this one. With it out front is Rice. Rice throws it into the corner. Portwine. Portwine with it down right side. Thought about the 3. Decides against it. Pass comes over to Clover. Clover with it. Back to Hatcliffe. Hatcliffe into Clover. Clover puts it up. Shot blocked by Schoenhoven. Rebound taken away by the defenders and Sievers. Sievers throws it into the corner. Van Holland. 3. Left corner. Missed it. No good. Rebound cleared by Doane. Doane with the basketball. 17:50 left to go in the contest. Three-pointer up and good. A three-point basket by Maddie Portwine. She's got 8. And the Tigers trail 38-31. Dordt basketball. Macy Sievers. Sievers with the basketball. Sievers at the free throw line on the elbow. Into the corner it goes. Faith Van Holland. Van Holland 3. Missed it. No good. Rebound taken away by Macy Holtz. And here comes Doane trailing by 7. 7:20 left to play in the third quarter. Right side it goes Portwine. Puts it on the deck against Schoenhoven. Right side it goes back over to Holtz. Holtz throws it into the corner. Clover. Clover with the basketball. Clover gives it up. Holtz shot no good. And the rebound taken away by Sievers. Macy with the basketball. Macy into the corner. Faith Van Holland underneath Schoenhoven. Squares up into the paint. Right side it goes Beckman. 3 on the way. Good. Needed to see one go through. Bailey Beckman knocks it down, and the defenders back in front by 10, 41-31. 6:45 and counting, third quarter. Right side pass it goes. 3 no good. Rebound though. Clover. Clover with the putback. So Clover grabs the air ball, makes the short shot. Dordt leading by 8, 41-33. Gustafson, right-hand side, Van Holland. Van Holland to Schoenhoven. Left side it goes, back over to Beckman. 3 on the way, good. Bailey Beckman with a 3. She's got 6. Back-to-back triples for the fifth-year player. And the Dordt defenders lead it by 11, 44-33. And Doane turns it over on the inbounds pass. So the defenders will get it back. A three-pointer by Bailey Beckman, her second in a row. Oh, now they say, I thought they had pointed it Dordt's way, but instead they'll say Doane maintains it. Mac Hatcliffe with the basketball. Hatcliffe gets the ball inbounded to Portwine. Dordt by 11. And Portwine brings the ball across the timeline in between the circles. She's guarded. Pass right side over to Troush. Troush to Hatcliffe. Hatcliffe 3, no good. Rebound taken away by the defenders. Coming up the floor with it is Sievers. Sievers with it. Sidesteps the player. Goes right side. 3 on the way. Good. 3-point basket. Willow Bleeker and the Dordt defenders with 3 straight threes. Hopefully that'll loosen up the defense for the defenders. And the Dordt defenders lead at 47-33. Timeout on the floor, charged to Doane. A 14-point advantage for Dordt. Timeout charged to the Tigers. This timeout brought to you by Casey's Bakery. Find your favorite bakery products at caseysbakery.com. Back with more after this 1-minute timeout.
Special thanks to all our Dordt Media Network sponsors. Volink Enterprises Incorporated, building homes for families and businesses in Northwest Iowa since 1962. Let's work together to bring your vision into reality. Volink Enterprises Incorporated. Today's broadcast is brought to you by the Van Engelenhoven Agency, your trusted independent insurance agency throughout Northwest Iowa. Contact the Van Engelenhoven Agency's Sioux Center advisors Mark Holsoff or Lisa Dykstra.
Today's broadcast is brought to you by NewTek. They're your partner for success when purchasing equipment for construction, manufacturing, ag, and other industries. Don't miss the opportunity to transform your business and redefine your productivity standards with NewTek. Today's broadcast is brought to you by Rental. Looking for top-notch rental equipment? Look no further than Rental in Sioux Center, Spencer, Storm Lake, and Sioux Falls. Rental, your regional equipment rental experts. Visit them online, rental.com, or call 712-722-3928. (47-33), Doane basketball. Maddie Portwine will bring it up. Dordt with a 14-point lead. I believe that's their. No, they were up by 15 at one point. 36-21. Now Dordt taps it away. So the defenders by 14. 5:41 left to play in the third quarter. 3 3-pointers in a row by the defenders, extending the lead to 47-33. Pass down low, taken away by Jeannie Schoenhoven. Schoenhoven knocked down on the play, picked up by Nielsen. Nielsen gives it up Sievers. Sievers out front. Sievers with it. Eliana Caparis, elbow jumper, knocks it down. Eliana Caparis with her third field goal. She's got a season high, 7 points. And the defenders lead at 49-33. 3 on the way from the other end by Doane, tipped out of bounds by Sievers. And now the defenders will send Beckman, Van Hollen, and Gustafson back into the game. Bleeker, Sievers, Schoenhoven, that's Janie Schoenhoven, check out. For the Doane Tigers, Maddie Portwine will throw the ball in, right side of the lane. Now she'll give way instead to Macy Holtz. Dordt leading by 16, biggest lead of the ball game. Macy Holtz with it on the right wing, guarded there by Nielsen. Comes back left side. This is Portwine. Portwine, nothing there. Back to Troush. Troush to Hatcliffe. Hatcliffe with the left hand. She finishes, and she'll go to the free throw line as she was able to get into the lane. And for her, that's her 1999th career point. She's got another one. She's got a chance to go to 2,000 even with this made free throw, and it's up and good. So there you have it. 2,000 points for Mac Hatcliffe with a full season remaining. 4:48 left to go in the third period. Dordt leading 49-36. With it out front, Beckman. Beckman goes back over to Van Hollen. Van Hollen, left side Beckman, into the corner, Nielsen. Nielsen with the basketball, Carly. Carly underneath, reverse layup. Can't get it to go, but she is fouled on the play. And the foul is going to go on Doane and Megan Chambers. Chambers whistled for the personal foul. And Gustafson will go to the free throw line. First free throw by Gustafson is up and good. She's got 5 points, now 6. So Carly makes them both. The defenders lead 51-36. They've led by as many as 16. And the Doane Tigers have the basketball. Right side it goes over to Troush. Troush to Hatcliffe. Hatcliffe throws it left side. Troush. Troush, three, no good. Rebound cleared by Macy Holtz. Holtz with it on the wing. Holtz into the paint. Holtz, nothing there. Holtz comes back outside. Troush. Troush to Portwine. Portwine, Hatcliffe. Hatcliffe shot off of the glass, no good. Fails to draw iron, and it will be Dordt basketball. So the defenders get the basketball back. Leading by 15 are the defenders. Beckman with it, throws it down into the paint. Gustafson, and Gustafson's going to be called for traveling. To say the defenders have been a little out of sorts tonight, understatement. Over in Sioux City right now, men's basketball, Jamestown and Morningside tied up 46-46. Men's basketball, Hastings leads Briar Cliff 55-46 with 10 minutes left to go in that one. Jamestown and Morningside men, they've got 15 minutes to go yet. Three rattles in by Troush. Troush with the three. It's 51-39. Defenders by a dozen. Doane here in the third period. 2 for 7 from the three-point line. Right side it goes Gustafson. Puts it on the deck against Clover. Clover waiting for her. Comes back over to Beckman. Beckman with it on the left wing. Beckman to Nielsen. Nielsen with the basketball. 10 to shoot. High post it goes Gustafson. Declines the jumper. Instead throws it into the corner to Van Hollen. Eliana Caparis there for the putback. And Eliana Caparis with a chance at the old-fashioned three-point play. So Eliana Caparis with the shot off of the glass, and she is fouled. She'll go to the free throw line for a chance at the three-point play. And Eliana Caparis trying for a season-high 10 points, and she splashes that one through. The junior from Manhattan, Montana. She's giving the defenders a nice boost here. I've got that as 10 points now for Caparis. A team-high 10 points. They throw it down to Clover. Clover with it. Clover back outside. Portwine. Portwine three. Good. Maddie Portwine with the three, answering the old-fashioned three-point play with a three-point bucket of her own. 54-42. Defenders by a dozen. Left side it goes. This is Van Hollen. Van Hollen to Gustafson, middle of the lane. Kick out pass Sievers. Too strong. It goes in anyhow. Macy Sievers with her fourth three. And the defenders lead 57-42. Doane basketball, down 15 are the Tigers. Pass comes out front, Rice. Rice will drive in. Rice off of the glass, no good, but she's fouled on the play. Bailey Beckman whistled for the personal, and that is Beckman's first. So a couple of free throws on the way for Riley Rice. Reminder that when the women's game has concluded, we'll work our way through the pregame show, or pardon me, the post-game show, just like we normally do. And then we will get to the men's contest in progress in Concordia, or at Concordia in Seward, Nebraska. Rice, first free throw, good. Another one on the way for Rice, good as well. She's got 8 points, 57-44. Pass goes into Gustafson. Right side Bleeker. Bleeker in the corner, Dordt by 13. With the basketball, Sievers. 12:08 left to play in regulation. Gustafson puts it on the deck, and it's poked away from behind by Hatcliffe. Doane basketball. Doane in traffic. Shot no good, but a foul on the play called on the defenders. And that's going to go on Liv Harrison, and for Harrison, that is foul number 1. Well, they're underway in Seward, just underway, and the Dordt men and Concordia tied 2-2 3 minutes into that contest. First free throw rattles out, no good. A second free throw on the way. I believe this is Portwine shooting the free throw. Free throw is up and through, so Portwine makes 1 of 2. She has 12 points, and the defender lead is 57-45. Defenders right now just simply trying to survive. Caparis has it wrestled away from her. Here comes Doane back the other way. Portwine. Portwine throws it to Clover. Clover saves it back into Troush. Troush with it. Hatcliffe. Hatcliffe with the left hand. Her shot no good, but a foul on the play called on Janie Schoenhoven. Janie Schoenhoven whistled for the personal foul. And it's free throws coming again. This is Mac Hatcliffe shooting the free throws. Van Holland and Bailey Beckman check into the ball game. Bleeker and Harrison check out. 97 seconds left to go in the quarter. Free throw by Hatcliffe is up and good. She's got another one coming. Hatcliffe with 13. And she's trying to bring it back to a 10-point ball game after Dordt had the lead extended to 16. Second free throw is up and good. 57-47, Dordt by 10. 1:30 and counting, third quarter. With the basketball is Sievers. Sievers with it, right corner Van Holland. Van Holland with the basketball underneath Janey. Janey against Clover. Shot no good. Rebound fought for, and a jump ball called. Alternating possession it will be. Doane basketball, and Clover banged up on the play. She and Schoenhoven tumbled to the floor. 1:22 left to play in the third quarter. It'll be Doane basketball. So Doane with the basketball on the alternating possession. Macy Holtz will check into the ball game. 1:22 left to go in the third period. Dordt leading 57-47, and Doane trying to rally from what was a 16-point deficit. 49-33 our score. Doane with the basketball. Out front with it they go. This is Portwine. Portwine looking. Pass goes into the lane, taken away by Jeannie Schoenhoven. Gets it ahead to Macy Sievers. Sievers with the basketball. Sievers with it on the left-hand side. Calls for a ball screen. Caparis gives it to her. Now back over to Caparis. Caparis, 15-footer right elbow, no good. Under a minute to go in the quarter. Here comes Doane back the other way. Shot with the left hand up and through for Macy Holtz, and Doane has cut it to an 8-point ball game again, 57-49. Dordt basketball, Macy Sievers on the left-hand side with it, testing and probing. She's got it back over to Beckman. Beckman with it, man-to-man defense applied by the Tigers right now. They give it up to Van Holland. Van Holland picks up her dribble, throws it back over to Beckman. Beckman three, missed it, no good. Rebound taken away by Jeannie Schoenhoven. Her putback is good. There's her first points of the second half. And the defenders lead by 10, 59-49. Doane basketball. Tigers take it across half court. Holtz. Holtz with it in between the circles. Holtz guarded there by Macy Sievers. Three off the rim, no good. Rebound taken down by Caparis, and Caparis is fouled on the play. Foul's going to go on Riley Rice. That's number 1 on her. Team foul number 3 on Rice. And that's number 3 against Doane in this period. Dordt inbounding, up 10. And they get the ball inbounded to Macy Sievers. Sievers in the backcourt, and Dordt leads by 10 at the end of the third period. So Doane whittles 2 points off of the difference. It's 59-49 right now. Let's take a break. We'll be back with the fourth quarter of play in 1 minute.
Today's broadcast brought to you by Snyder Insurance and Financial Group of Sioux Center, offering life, health, Medicare supplements, annuities, and more. Trusted service and exceptional products with you in mind since 1973.
This Dordt Media Network broadcast is brought to you by Sioux Concrete Construction. Rob Suen, owner, excelling in flat work, poured walls, decorative concrete projects, dedicated to providing customers with a good experience and quality workmanship. SiouxConcrete.com.
Thanks to Prairie Life Chiropractic, combining skill and expertise that spans the entire chiropractic, acupuncture, and physical health spectrum. They want you to move better and live better.
And today's live stream broadcast brought to you by Verhoof Automotive. Verhoof Automotive in Sioux Center is your local Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Chevrolet, and Buick dealer. Verhoof Automotive, worth the drive from anywhere.
6 minutes gone in that one. Jackson Lusher with a 2-point bucket to bring it back to an 8-point difference, 15-7. Here in the DeWitt, Dordt's going to try to hang on with a women's contest, leading 59-49 right now. And the defenders have struggled. But they do lead by 10, and they'll try to survive tonight, and then you reevaluate and you try to put the pieces together tomorrow. Sievers with the basketball. Sievers pass deflected, and it's taken away by Hatcliffe. Hatcliffe with the basketball, and a reach-in foul called on Macy Sievers. So Sievers prevents the fast break. Picks up her second personal foul in the process, and the Doane Tigers will have the basketball down 10 with 9:42 left to go in the game. Doane basketball, bringing it up will be Macy Holtz. Holtz in between the circles. She passes right-hand side. Goes back over to Hatcliffe. Hatcliffe with it on the elbow. Hatcliffe gives it up. Shot is blocked by Van Holland, but a foul on the play called on Faith Van Holland. And free throws coming now for Libby Trausch. Trausch will go to the free throw line. She's got 3 points so far today. Reminder that our pregame and postgame shows brought to you by Wireless World, your Verizon authorized retailer with 7 locations in Northwest Iowa. Visit them at wirelessworld.com. Free throw on the way by Trausch is up and good. For Trausch, her first free throw, and the Tigers back to within 9 at 59-50. A second free throw on the way. This one's up and good. So the left-hander puts them both through. She's got 5. And the defenders lead 59-51. With the basketball out front, Janie Schoenhoven. Schoenhoven with it. Schoenhoven, left-hand side, Van Holland. Dordt needs a basket and a reach-in foul called on Trausch. Trausch whistled for the personal. And that's her second. So Doane has 2 players with 3 fouls each. Clover and Rice with 3 each. So they have to navigate some foul issues. For the Dordt defenders, Faith Van Holland has 4, according to the official scorekeeper. Right-hand side, Beckman. Beckman 3, good. She's got 9. Dordt leads by 11, 62-51. Doane basketball. Tigers have it, Portwine. Portwine with it on the wing. Portwine with the basketball. Comes back over to Hatcliffe. Hatcliffe with the left hand, good. Hatcliffe with the 2-point basket, answering for the Tigers. Hatcliffe now with 15 by my count. Faith Van Holland, 3 from the corner, good. Faith Van Holland with the 3, she's got 5, and the defenders lead 65-53. Driving in, right-hand side, they go underneath Clover. Clover with a 2-point bucket, she's got 4. And the defender lead is 10, 65-55. Right-hand side it goes, back to Gustafson. Gustafson driving in against Clover, and they're going to call an offensive foul on Carly Gustafson. So Carly Gustafson whistled for a personal foul on the drive of the left hand, and the Tigers, trailing by 10, have the basketball back. 8:20 left to play in the contest. Doane basketball out front, Portwine. Portwine hands it off. This is Lubin. Lubin with the basketball. Lubin gives it up, and we've got an offensive foul called on the Tigers and Taylor Lubin. Dordt bringing the basketball up the floor. With it is Macy Sievers. Dordt men trailing 17-9 right now over in Seward. Pass goes down low with the basketball. Underneath, they give it to Schoenhoven. Janie shot no good. Gets her own rebound back, and she is tied up on the play. Jump ball, it'll be Doane basketball. Doane trailing by 10, 65-55. So the Tigers will inbound the basketball. Doane with it, and the Tigers trying to cut into the 10-point lead. Dordt's led by as many as 16. Doane has had it down to 8 here in the second half. Driving, baseline, ball taken away by Gustafson, and Gustafson whacked on the arm. That's going to go against Clover, I believe, and that's number 4 on her. So Clover whistled for the personal foul. Dordt has Faith Van Holland with 4, Carly Gustafson with 3, and a host of other players with 2 and 1. Defenders have been whistled for 16 fouls here this evening. 7:30 and counting, ball game. Dordt by 10. Goes to Carly. Carly down to the baseline, cut off. Throws it back out front, Macy Sievers. Sievers cut off, goes back to Van Hollen. 15 to shoot for the defenders. Back to Sievers. Sievers underneath Gustafson. Gustafson against Chambers. Gives to the cutter Van Hollen, and Van Hollen is held on the play by Taylor Lubin. That's going to be number 2 on her. So Tigers called for the foul. And free throws on the way for Faith Van Hollen. She's got 5 points. Winner of this game will play Dakota Wesleyan on Saturday. So no free throws, they say, for Van Hollen. Foul came on the floor before the shot, evidently. So Dordt will inbound left side of the lane as we face the hoop. Sievers throws it in, gets it into Beckman. Dordt needs to keep scoring points, leading by 10 right now, 65-55. Beckman, 17-footer straight on, good. Bailey Beckman with 11. Dordt leads 67-55. Doane basketball. Tigers have it. Maddie Portwine. Portwine passes back over to Hatcliffe. Hatcliffe to Rice. Rice fires it back outside to Holtz. Holtz with it underneath. Holtz, nothing there. Comes back. Right side Portwine. Portwine into the paint. Ball's down on the floor. Picked up by Jeannie Schoenhoven. Gets it away to Macy Sievers. Sievers with the basketball. Sievers into the front court. Left side Van Hollen. Now back to Sievers underneath Janey. Janey the cutter. Carly. Carly's shot in and out, no good. And the rebound is taken away by Doane. Doane with the basketball. Gustafson misses on the short shot in the paint. Doane basketball, driving in Hatcliffe. Hatcliffe fouled on the arm by Faith Van Hollen, and I think that's going to be it for Faith. That's going to be number 4 on her, so it looks like our bookkeeper was 1 ahead of her on that one. So foul number 4 on Faith Van Hollen. So Van Hollen and Gustafson will check out with 6:15 remaining. Hatcliffe will go to the free throw line. She will shoot 2 free throws. Matt Hatcliffe so far today, 6 for 6 from the free throw line, and now 7 of 7. She averages about 10 free throw attempts per game, and she's right on pace for that. 8 for 8 now as she makes them both. And the Dordt lead is 10 with 6:10 remaining. Dordt basketball. Sievers passes high post. Jeannie goes left side to Willow Bleeker. Bleeker gives to Schoenhoven. Right side Beckman. Beckman 3. Good. Bailey Beckman with the 3-point bucket. She's got 14. And the defenders lead 70-57. 5:50 left to play in the contest. Driving Hatcliffe. Cut off. Goes back outside to Rice. Rice into the paint. Chambers. Chambers shot no good. Rebound cleared by Sievers. Macy Sievers with a rebound. She's got 9 rebounds now to go along with 7 assists and 12 points, all on threes so far. Janey with the basketball back to Macy. Macy with the basketball into the paint. Cut off. Double teamed. Dribbles back out to the perimeter. Goes high post. Schoenhoven. Janey, 2-pointer. Good. Janey Schoenhoven with 13, and the defenders extend the lead to 72-57. 5:21 left to go in the game. Dordt will utilize a timeout. This timeout brought to you by Casey's Bakery. Find your favorite bakery products at caseysbakery.com. Back with more in 30 seconds.
Today's broadcast is brought to you by Rental. Get ready to power up your projects with equipment rentals from Rental. From heavy-duty machinery to the latest power tools, they've got the gear to make your projects a success. Visit them online at rental.com or call 712-722-3928. Today's broadcast is brought to you by NewTek. At NewTek, they don't just sell equipment, they deliver performance, reliability, and innovation. Their team of experts is there to guide you every step of the way, ensuring you find the perfect equipment for your needs.
(72-57), the defenders leading by 15 with 5:21 remaining. They're playing without their leading scorer here, Gracie Schoenhoven. Shaken up in the first half. Left, came back, played for a while, left again. She's on the bench now, icing a knee. Taking a little while for the defenders to regroup. Let's see if they have regrouped. Leading by 15 here. Doane basketball, shot in the paint, no good. There for the putback, though, is Chambers. Megan Chambers with 4, and the defender lead is the Baker's dozen, 72-59. Left side it goes Van Hollen, gives it up Gustafson. Gustafson has it wrestled away from her on the double team, and coming away with the basketball is Trausch. Trausch to Hatcliffe. Hatcliffe for the basketball. Beckman, Schoenhoven, and Nielsen will be checking in. Foul's going to go against the Doane Tigers. That's going to go on Riley Rice, and that's number 4 on her. And Ryan Baumgartner now for the Doane Tigers. Well out on the floor. He's 2 steps out on the floor, questioning the call. So that's foul number 4 on Riley Rice. Now the officials conferring. It's team foul number 5 on the Tigers as well in this period. They'll beckon the substitutes in. Bleeker and Macy Sievers check out. I'm not sure if they're going to give foul shots or not. And they will not. They're going to say player control foul. So no free throws. The defenders leading by 13, 72-59. 4:42 remaining. To be honest, I was following the ball. I did not see the play, but the offensive foul call was made immediately. There was no question about it. So the official saw something, obviously. Gustafson with it, double team, throws it back into the perimeter, to Nielsen. Nielsen 3, no good. Rebound controlled by the defenders, and Carly Gustafson rips it away from Maddie Portwine. Portwine has just picked up the personal. That's her first. Carly will go back to the free throw line to shoot 2 free throws. This will be the 7th and 8th free throw shot by Gustafson tonight. First one is up and through. Dordt by 14. Another one coming. 73-59 our score. And the second free throw is in and out, no good. And now a foul called on the rebound. Who's that going to go on? Well, Janie Schoenhoven, after the foul call, after the missed free throw, called for a foul. So we'll walk the other way, and the herky-jerky pace of play continues. Over in Seward, Concordia leads Dordt 29-26. Free throw up and good for Riley Rice. Rice now with 9 by my count. And another one on the way, trying to make it a 12-point difference, and she does. 10 points now for Riley Rice. And the defender lead is 73-61, 4:18 and counting. Ball game. Right side it goes, Van Hollen. Van Hollen, Gustafson. Gustafson at the free throw line, drives into the paint, nothing there. Back over to Beckman. Beckman shot no good. And the rebound tipped out of the hands of Macy Nielsen. Here comes Doane with a chance to cut the lead to single digits with a made 3. Right side is Hatcliffe, or with a 3-point play. Pass goes left side, Rice. Rice with it at the top of the key. She comes back, right wing, Portwine. Portwine with it. Portwine puts it up, and a foul call on the play against Faith Van Holland. And Van Holland looks like she's dealing with a cramp now. And she is just fouled out of the ball game. So Van Holland with 3:50 remaining fouls out of the ball game. And Macy Sievers will check in. This has turned into a mash unit for the defenders. It's the second time tonight we've seen Van Holland banged up. And this time a cramp, clearly a cramp, and she's trying to stretch it out on the sideline. Free throw up and good for the Doane Tigers and Maddie Portwine. Portwine with 13 now and 14 as she makes that one. Doane hanging around, 73-63. Defenders by 10. Macy Sievers with the basketball. Goes high post. Janie Schoenhoven. Schoenhoven squares up with it on the right-hand side. Picks up her dribble on the right elbow. Goes back to Carly. Double team. Fires it to Bleeker. Bleeker Sievers. Back to Willow. Willow 3, too strong. No good. Rebound tapped out and controlled by Doane. Doane down 10 with the basketball. 3:20 remaining. Throw it into the corner. Holtz. Holtz 3. Good. Macy Holtz with 11. Dordt leads 73-66. Now Dordt needs a basket to answer. Dordt leading by 3 possessions with 3:13 left to go in the game. Timeout on the floor, charge to the defenders. This timeout brought to you by Casey's Bakery. Find your favorite bakery products at caseysbakery.com. Back with more in 30 seconds.
Today's broadcast brought to you by the Grain House in Hull. They have amazing coffee, energy drinks, breakfast, lunch, and more. With a big city feel, located only 10 minutes away in Sioux Center, they have a second location opening next year in Sanborn. Today's broadcast brought to you by Snyder Insurance and Financial Group of Sioux Center, offering life, health, Medicare supplements, annuities, and more. Trusted service and exceptional products with you in mind since 1973.
I wish I would have maybe done graduate work sooner, but the fact that I could do it when I had a growing family, the fact that Dordt kind of met me where I was at that time and where I still am, makes it manageable no matter what really season of life you're in. They understand that you're a working professional. I definitely feel equipped and ready to be a school leader. Just the way that Dordt structures things and the support that they provide for you sets you up for success.
Ivan Essen will be shooting free throws there to try and narrow the gap. Dordt was down big early, but they've battled back to within 5 with a chance at the free throw line to make it 3. Van Essen's first free throw good. He's got another one on the way. So the Dordt men trailing by 4 pending another Van Essen free throw, and that one's up and through as well. So it's 33-30 Concordia in men's basketball. Women's basketball set to resume. Nielsen gets it in over to Beckman. Beckman with the ball, 25 to shoot. They go to Gustafson on the right wing. Back over to Beckman. Beckman with it, 3:05 left to play in the contest. 16 seconds on the shot clock. Macy Sievers with the basketball. Gets a ball screen from Janey. Looking down low for Gustafson. Back it goes, 10 seconds now. Beckman at the left side. Penetrates, now tries it again. Down to the baseline. Her jumper, count the hoop, and she is fouled. Bailey Beckman with another basket and a three-point play opportunity to go with her 4 threes. She now has 2 twos and a free throw coming. Trying to extend it back to a 10-point ball game with 2:48 remaining. Free throw by Beckman is up and good, so Beckman here in the second half summoning 17 points. And the Dordt defenders lead by 10. Driving in, and we've got a travel violation called on Macy Holtz. And Dordt will get the basketball back. Carly Gustafson will throw it in. Dordt leading by 10. 2:41 left to go in the contest. Dordt will bring it across the timeline. Macy Sievers through the circles. Sievers with it on the left-hand side. Macy down to the corner, comes back outside Beckman. Beckman to Nielsen. Nielsen right side Sievers. Open look at a 3. In and out, no good. Halfway down, pops out. Here comes Doane. Doane's down 10, 2:20 left to go in the game. Doane basketball. The Tigers do have 3 timeouts remaining. A 3, no good. Rebound taken away by Sievers. Sievers, very nearly a triple-double. Flirting with it again. 12 points, 9 rebounds, and 8 assists now. She's got it at half court, setting the offense. Dordt with 2 timeouts remaining if they need them. Sievers with the basketball. Sievers guarded by Clover as they jam the ball screen. Comes back over to Nielsen. 9 to shoot for the defenders. Comes back to Sievers. Sievers floater from 10. Good. Macy Sievers with her second field goal of the second half. She's got 14 and the defenders lead 78-66. 1:40 left to go in the contest. Mac Hatcliffe back the other way. They're going to count the hoop. And they're going to give her a free throw. Foul's going to go on Janie Schoenhoven. That's number 3 on her. And they say Hatcliffe was in the shooting motion. Over in men's basketball, Dordt shooting for a tie, and they tie it up with a Connor Milliken 3. Free throw no good by Hatcliffe. Her first miss tonight from the charity stripe. Dordt's lead is 10. 78-68. Dordt with the basketball. Comes out front to Beckman. Beckman with the ball. Back over to Sievers. Macy with the basketball. 1:22 remaining in the contest. 14 seconds on the shot clock. Down to the baseline is Sievers, and Sievers is fouled on the play. And Macy Sievers will go to the free throw line to shoot 2 free throws as she was fouled. Well, they're over the 5-foul limit. So the defender men leading 41-40 on Concordia right now with 1:10 remaining in that first half. We'll jump to that one probably at the start of the second half. Looks like that one's going to get to halftime. Luke Rankin with a steal over there. Macy Sievers makes the first free throw. She's got another one coming. 15 points for Sievers. Dordt leading 79-68. Make it 80-68. A couple of free throws for Macy Sievers, and the defenders lead by a dozen. 1:10 remaining. Doane basketball. This is Rice. Rice at the free throw line. Rice in traffic, and she throws it off of a Dordt player out of play. It'll be Doane basketball with 1:05 left to go in the contest. Defender women bidding for their 27th win of the season. Doane throwing it in. This is Macy Holtz. They get it underneath, and foul called on Bailey Beckman. Beckman called for her second personal. And the Doane Tigers will go to the free throw line. And Riley Rice will shoot 2 free throws, so an opportunity to cut the lead to 10 with the clock stopped. First free throw is up and through. The Tigers tonight, 24 of 26 from the free throw line, now 25 of 27. Tigers have gotten 25 of their 70 points from the free throw line. That's 12 points now for Riley Rice. And the Dordt defenders holding a 10-point lead with 1:04 remaining. We have a timeout on the floor. This timeout brought to you by Casey's Bakery. Find your favorite bakery products at caseysbakery.com. Back with more in 30 seconds. Lorenzen on the fly, and Lucas Lorenzen with another 2. He's got 22. Then Gustafson squares up against Neerum. Gustafson underneath to Schoenhoven. Schoenhoven layup good. She's got 8. Dordt inbounding the basketball. They get it into Macy Sievers in the backcourt. Sievers gets it head to Gustafson, and Gustafson, well, we've got a foul called before the pass. It's going to go on Maddie Portwine. That's number 2 on her. Macy Sievers will shoot 2 free throws on the other end. Men's basketball, they're at halftime now in Seward, where Dordt leads Concordia 43-40. And shooting a free throw here is Macy Sievers. Sievers' first free throw through. She's got 5 here in the fourth quarter. 8 points in the second half. 17 for the ball game. And make it 18. So Macy Sievers, her line tonight, 18 points, 9 rebounds, and 8 assists. Dordt leading 82-70. Under a minute to go. Sievers reaches in, pecks it away, takes away a steal. Beckman with the basketball. Beckman up the sideline. Beckman, 3 players around her, fires it back over to Macy Sievers. Sievers gives it back over to Beckman. 45 seconds and counting. Beckman slices in, dumps it underneath for Schoenhoven. Schoenhoven, short shot, no good there for the rebound, and the putback is Caparis. Eliana Caparis with 12 points, and the defenders lead 84-70. With it, driving in is Hatcliffe, and Hatcliffe manages to draw another foul. She'll go to the free throw line for a 3-point play opportunity. That foul called on Schoenhoven, and that's number 4 on Janey. 84-72, defenders by a dozen. Well, it appears that the defenders will survive and advance to the semifinals. So the basket was good. They missed that indication on the floor, so 1 free throw on the way. Hatcliffe, free throw, good. Mac Hatcliffe with the 3-point play. She's got a game-high 23 points. Defenders will call the timeout, leading by 11, and they'll be able to advance the basketball. 84-73 defenders. This timeout brought to you by Casey's Bakery. Find your favorite bakery products at caseysbakery.com. We'll be back with more here at near the end of regulation in 30 seconds.
One of the things that we appreciate most about Dordt University is just the sense of community. That community of alumni, of the professors, the college campus in itself is really what supports the students that are there at the time. The Dordt alumni are all over the U.S., even the world, and you know, it's 4 years that they get to be on campus, which is wonderful chapter of their life. But I guess the thing that we really want is that they can hold on that for a whole lifetime.
.7 seconds remaining. The Dordt defenders leading 84-73. Throwing the ball in will be Macy Nielsen. Nielsen to throw it in front of the Dordt bench. Defenders with it. Nielsen gets the ball inbounded to Sievers, and Sievers has it hacked out of her arms. No call made. It'll be Dordt basketball in front of their bench again. Guarding the inbounds play is Maddie Portwine. Nielsen will throw it in. The senior from Sioux Falls throws it in to Beckman. Beckman with the basketball. Bailey with a big second half today. They're chasing her. They give it up. Gustafson back over to Sievers. Doane will not foul, it appears. Beckman with the basketball. Beckman down to the corner. Picks up the dribble. And Bailey with it. Bailey. And the Dordt defenders will call the timeout. Timeout on the floor. Charged to Dordt with 7.6 seconds remaining. Leading 84-73. This timeout brought to you by Casey's Bakery. Find your favorite bakery products at caseysbakery.com. Back with more in 30 seconds. Basketball, we've got a couple of winners. Hastings defeats Briarcliff in Hastings tonight, 76-61. And Morningside defeated Jamestown tonight, 89-72. Morningside trailed much of the first half. I think they were down at halftime, actually, 40-34, but they score 55 points in the second half on the way to a 17-point win, eliminating Jamestown from the postseason tournament. 84-73, defenders by 11. Throwing it in will be Macy Sievers. She gets it into Macy Nielsen. Nielsen is held on the play. And Macy will go to the free throw line. That's Macy Nielsen will go to the free throw line to try and extend the Dordt lead with 6.3 seconds remaining. Well, it appears the defenders will advance with a 27-2 record. The Doane Tigers will end the season with a 16-13 mark. 5 new players checking in for the defenders. Macy Nielsen with her first points of the night. Dordt leads 85-73. Second free throw on the way for Nielsen. That one skips off the rim, no good. For Nielsen, just her 9th and 10th free throws of the season. Pass goes over the top, Hatcliffe. Hatcliffe another 2. And there's your final. The Dordt defenders defeat Doane 85-75 in GPAC quarterfinal round play tonight in women's conference basketball action. The defenders advance on. They will host Dakota Wesleyan on Saturday, and that will be a 3 o'clock start time here at the DeWitt Gym Saturday afternoon. Dordt versus Dakota Wesleyan in Great Plains Athletic Conference semifinal round play. That'll be a rematch of a thriller from last year, won by Dordt in overtime. So that's our play-by-play coverage. Let's take a break, and we'll be back with our Wireless World post-game show in 3 minutes.
Today's Dordt Media Network livestream broadcast is produced by the students of Dordt University. Thanks for watching.
I chose Dordt because it has a Christian perspective. I also chose Dordt because I knew that it was a program that I could do on my own time. If someone was interested in doing the MPA program, I would say that it's worth your time to investigate. I'm active in my church, I'm very busy at work, I'm busy with my family, and in doing all that, I was able to do it. And I think that if I can, you can too.
Welcome back to the DeWitt Gym and the Wireless World post-game show. The Dordt defenders hang on for the win here this evening by a final score of 85-75. Why don't we go ahead and run those People's Bank highlights and get to those immediately.
I chose Dordt because it has a Christian...
The Dordt defenders tonight led unofficially by Bailey Beckman. She ends up with 17 points. She and Macy Sievers carried the bulk of the load for the defenders here this evening, with Sievers getting 18 points. Sievers doing some of her damage from beyond the arc. She had 4 threes today. The Doane Tigers wouldn't go away. They were helped out by a pretty good night from the free throw line, where the Tigers ended up going 26 of 28 from the charity stripe, while managing to keep it close. The defenders win for the third time over the Doane Tigers this season with the 85-75 win. Here are your final numbers. Well, taking a look at the fourth quarter, the defenders were up 10 to start the fourth. They had the lead. The lead was down to 6 at one point, 65-59. Dordt extended it out to 72-57. Just unable to completely put away the Tigers, though. Tigers kept coming back. Had it down to 7 at 73-66, but after that, I don't know that it was ever under 10 from that point forward, and Dordt wins it by 10, 85-75. The line for Dordt, 29 of 62 from the floor, 47%, 11 of 29 on threes, 38%, 16 of 21 from the free throw line, 76%. Dordt had a 43-35 rebounding advantage. The defenders hampered by 17 turnovers. Doane committed 14. The Tigers tonight, 21 of 63 from the floor, 33%, 7 of 24 on the three-point line for 29%, 26 of 28 from the free throw line for 93%. The defenders were led tonight by Macy Sievers with 18 points. Bailey Beckman ends with 17. Janie Schoenhoven with 13. And Eliana Caparis had 12. Carly Gustafson ends with 7 points tonight. Faith Van Holland with 5. 3 for Willow Bleeker. 1 for Macy Nielsen. Liv Harrison had 3. Gracie Schoenhoven had 6 in 4 minutes of play. Gustafson closes with 10 rebounds. Macy Sievers had 9. Flirts with a triple-double again. Comes up just a little bit shy. 18 points, 9 rebounds, and 8 assists. Janie Schoenhoven closes with 8 rebounds. 7 rebounds for Eliana Caparis. For Carly Gustafson, 10 rebounds. Macy Sievers with 9. 8 for Janie Schoenhoven. 4 steals for Janie Schoenhoven, 2 for Carly Gustafson. The Doane Tigers were paced by Mac Hatcliffe with 25 points. She was 8 of 16 from the floor. Maddie Portwine goes for 14 points. Riley Rice had 12. Macy Holtz had 11. Kaylee Clover had 4. Libby Troush had 5. And Chambers, that's Megan Chambers, had 4. Clover and Holtz had 7 rebounds each. Rice had 5, 4 each for Troush and Hatcliffe tonight. 3 assists for Riley Rice. Dordt wins it by a final of 85-75. Around the league, things looked like this in women's basketball. Dakota Wesleyan downs Northwestern 80-68, so Dakota Wesleyan will be paying a visit to the DeWitt Gym on Saturday afternoon. And that will be a 3 o'clock start time. If the Dordt men are able to win today, they'll be on the road to Hastings, so that'll be at 3 o'clock as well. Concordia down to Morningside 86-65 tonight. And Briarcliff and Jamestown, I think Briarcliff won it. They did, 85-72. So Briarcliff advances on in tournament play. 1, 2, and 3 seeds all win, and the 5th seed prevails over the 4th seed today, 80-68. Dakota Wesleyan with that win on the road. And I am joined now by Bailey Beckman. Bailey Beckman taking a seat beside me as we put the finishing touches on the Wireless World post-game show. And Bailey, congratulations, hard-fought win, and just felt like it was tough to get footing, if you will, but battled through and survive and advance. I guess that's the name of the game at this point of the season. What do you have to do in the second half to fight off the Doane Tigers? What were some of the things that you had to do in the second half?
We really knew that we had to stop them getting to the free throw line and stop them on their drives with our first step, and then make sure we're locking up on their shooters. They had a couple of threes in that first half that we didn't really want them to have, so we had to get on their shooters and then stop that drive.
You got going. Didn't make a shot for a little while. That first one goes through. How much does that help to see that first one go through and to go in?
I mean, it always helps seeing the ball go through the rim, but as a shooter, you just got to keep shooting. You can't let your misses affect your future shots.
Now you play Dakota Wesleyan, third time around for them. You've been through this now several times where you play teams multiple times. What are the challenges of playing teams 2 and 3 times over the course of a year?
I mean, we just got to really buckle down. It feels really repetitive, but we got to dive into each team and what their strengths are, so then we can figure out how to defeat those. But Dakota Wesleyan's a really physical team, so we're really going to have to be physical on that game.
What are you finishing up with here in your 5th year? What are you finishing up with in terms of your classwork?
I will finish with an exercise science and psychology major.
Now you have been accepted to grad school. Did I hear that?
Yes, I have at Allen College in Waterloo.
Waterloo, all right. And what do you hope to do eventually?
I want to be an ultrasound tech.
Sounds good. Well, thank you for coming up, Bailey. I'm going to let you go, and we'll turn it over to Bill Harmson. Congratulations on the win, and we'll go get them on Saturday.
Thank you.
That's Bailey Beckman talking about our post game. And as she does that, we will update you on the men's game where the Dordt Defender men lead Concordia 50-44. 6-point lead for the Defender men with 18 minutes remaining over in Seward. And Bill Harmson takes a seat beside me. And Coach Harmson, tournament play, things always get a little more challenging. The familiar opponents, and sometimes you've just got to grit your teeth and get through it and get into the next contest, and felt like that's what your team did here this evening.
Sure did, Mike. When you go through the third time, Doane's got a really good team, and they got really good players, and they had a great season this year, and they defended us really well and caused us some issues, but it's really fun to see the 3-ball drop, right? In that first half, we kind of struggled a little bit. Second half, I think I saw here, what were we in the second half? We were 7 for 16.
Yep.
And they were huge shots, and we really needed them. And we just didn't have a whole lot of rhythm offensively. We're, pretty post-heavy, and they did a really nice job of limiting Carly and Janie tonight. And it was a great game for us. I thought Doane played really well. And it's really important, Mike, at this time of the year that we have to continue to grind, and today was certainly a grind.
You are coming off the loss to Northwestern on Saturday. How'd the women bounce back in preparation on Monday and Tuesday? Able to put that behind them pretty quickly?
You bet. We had great practices Monday and Tuesday. You know, we had to get back to playing with some pace. We had to get back to playing with some energy, and we had to get back to the idea that everything matters on the floor. And against great teams and in tournament play and against great teams, you just can't let anything slide, right? And we can't let ourselves slide. And so I was just really proud of the way that we approached practice, and the gals came in ready. And I thought we were ready to play today. And, you know, having Gracie kind of get banged up a little bit certainly hurts our rotation and some of the things that we can do on both ends of the floor. And so I'm really proud of the way. And, you know, Faith following out early in the game is what she did. So I'm really proud of the way that our women were still able to hang in there, and someone else kept stepping up and making plays. And so, I mean, that's a sign of a really good team, and so I'm really proud of them for that.
Eliana Caperas seemed to be a player that gave you a little spark tonight. Didn't let the brain get in the way, and played pretty well for you this evening.
She sure did. I mean, it's a season high in minutes. It's a season high in points and rebounds. I'm really proud of her just for hanging in there and competing and battling. And, man, she just had a tremendous game for us. I'm really proud of her.
I am not asking you to diagnose anything. Gracie, something we need to be concerned about, or wait and see?
You know, I think she'll be all right, according to Lindsay. And I think she'll be ready to go on Saturday already.
Well, that will change things. And you have to be a psychologist at time. You've got a sister who, I mean, Janie and Gracie refer to themselves basically as twins.
Yeah.
And she's dealing with that. This is not the team you prepared to have with about 33 minutes left to go in the game.
No.
I mean, it's not always, things don't go according to script.
No, they never do. And so, I mean, Mike, at this time of year, you know, if it's on game 10 or game 12, you know, maybe approach this a little bit differently. But, boy, you know, tonight, you know, you lose, you go home, and you're done. You just got to find a way to do it. And I'm really proud of our team for sticking in there and getting some big baskets, getting some big stops, and right when we needed them. So I'm proud of them for that effort.
I'm not going to keep you much longer. We're going to talk again Saturday. I'm going to jump over and start doing play-by-play of the men's contest. They're up by 2 with about 15 minutes left to go in the game. Thank you for coming up, and congratulations. People tell me it's tough to beat a team 3 times, and my reply is it's tough to beat a team once.
It is.
So congratulations on the win. You celebrate, but now get ready for 2 more games. Hopefully another couple of games here in the tournament.
We're going to get ready for the Tigers. It was a great game out there last week, and so we're really looking forward to preparing and getting ready for them.
Coach, I'll let you go.
Thank
Thanks. That's Bill Harmson, and I tell you what, we're going to close things out on the Dordt Media Network with our broadcast there, and that is the Wireless World post-game show. Once again, the Dordt women win by a final of 85-75. So 85-75 the final. The Dordt women with the win. Let's close it down on the Dordt Media Network. We'll jump into play-by-play on KIHK of the men's contest with Concordia right now.